What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero here with Phil Mackey of Target Field shortly after the Twins lose a series opener in ugly fashion to the Indians, Phil, 10-4. The big news after the game, I've never spent so much time outside a clubhouse as I did tonight. It was probably 15 to 20 minutes. Bill Smith inside. Apparently they're checking out John Roush. In the end, they decided to option Alex Burnett, put Clay Condra on the 60-day DL, and biggest news of all for Twins fans, Anthony Slama is coming up from Rochester. Why is everybody so excited about Slama?
Well, people have been building this up for probably one full calendar year now. There was talk about possibly bringing Slama up last year, but he hasn't been on the 40-man roster until tonight. So he's a guy who has 11 strikeouts per 9 innings this year at AAA, a career minor league strikeout rate over 12 strikeouts per 9. So he brings that element of being able to blow hitters away. The Twins bullpen ranks third to last in strikeouts per 9 innings. So finally a guy who can come up and potentially miss bats if he pitches well. And
one thing that it does not solve, of course, is there's several roster moves tonight. None of them involve anything in the starting rotation. Scott Baker goes 4 2/3 tonight, 10 hits, 6 earned runs. He didn't get helped out by his defense tonight. Again, it was an ugly game overall, but you look at him, Blackburn, and Slowey, their first 3 starts after the break, none of them did anything decent. There has to be a move here, doesn't there, sometime?
Yeah, well, Baker came out of it feeling no ill effects from the elbow tendonitis, and that's a big thing. But at this point, Gardenhire said they're going to wait a couple days to make a decision on rotation changes. You'd have to think Slowey, the next day, if Slowey comes out and pitches poorly, you'd have to think, and even Blackburn too, one of these guys, I think it's between Slowey and Blackburn, will be replaced by Brian Dunsing. Here's the other problem. Dunsing, a lefty, goes to the rotation, let's say, and then you're left with Mahares and Mayhay in that bullpen. I'm not sure how much the Twins trust Ron Mayhay right now, but they don't want to be left with just one lefty in the bullpen. So there's still a roster move to be made here somewhere, and definitely a rotation move to be made. But I'm not sure how quick the Twins can pull the trigger on bringing Kyle Waldrop up if they only have one lefty in the bullpen.
Ron Mayhay, 17 appearances since June 1st. How many games have they won? 0 in which he's appeared. That's the definition of your mop-up specialist. All right, a lot of fans also are going to look at this and say it's 1 out of 2 because now Anthony Slama is coming up. Kyle Waldrop is still down at Rochester. Now he's a little bit younger guy, a little bit different pitcher. What are the odds that we see him up here sometime in the coming weeks as well?
It's tough. If it's me at this point, Waldrop brings elite ground ball inducing capabilities, and that's another thing the Twins bullpen seemingly lacks. But I think they wind up waiting at least a couple weeks to make another move because Waldrop's not on the 40-man roster. So I would say he'll be up before September, but it might take at least a couple weeks.
Not to mention that they still are going to have to deal with the rotation. It's probably going to move there too. He's Phil. I'm Tom. See ya.